everybody. It's Monday, April 12th, and that means it's time for another episode of Chatting with Agnes and Cecilia. I'm your host, Cecilia Sepp. I'm the principal and founder of Rotulips Nonprofit Consulting. My co-host and colleague and friend, Agnes Coleman, can't be here today. So on behalf of Agnes, I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to our global audience. We're very pleased to have a returning guest who's doing a regular series with us now, Fern Carbonell, who is a wellness coach. Welcome, Fern. Would you like to say hello?
Hi, welcome everyone. It's great to be here. Thank you for welcoming me back, Cecilia.
Well, thanks for doing this series for us, Fern, because as you know, we're committed to the whole individual and the entire professional experience for ourselves and for our nonprofit colleagues. So today you had wanted to share some insights and advice on meditation for professionals. So when you talk about meditation, what do you mean?
So meditation is just going into a quiet place. So, a lot of professionals these days, everybody's stressed out, right? So a lot of people come to meditation to manage their stress, and it's a place where you can go for just some quiet and then just reconnecting with yourself. And there are a lot of benefits to it. It slows your heart rate down, and when your heart rate slows down, your stress levels go down. So meditation usually starts with some deep breathing, and the reason for that is to just kind of start to calm the body and calm the mind, because when your body is active, your mind is active, and vice versa. So you want to use the breathing to calm it down, and then you can go into a quiet place for just a few minutes, and there you can experience the benefits with just a few minutes of meditation per day.
So what are some tips for people who maybe have heard, like, take a deep breath, but maybe they want to expand their meditation practice? What's a good way for a beginner to get into it?
A good way would be to find a guided meditation first, just to help you get started. So usually you'll start with just taking some deep breaths and then just quieting your mind, and just realize that there is no right or wrong way to meditate. Okay, because people have this misconception that, oh, I'm doing this all wrong. No, you're not doing it all wrong. And every meditation experience will be different, because whatever is going on in your mind or your body will affect what your experience will be. But the thing is just to do that breathing, get your mind quiet. I teach a mantra meditation. So a mantra is just a word or a vehicle that takes you from activity into silence. So when you use that mantra, it'll help you go into that quiet space. But as you're meditating, your mind will become active again. So when it does, you just repeat that mantra, return to the mantra, and just go back into that silence.
So what is your favorite mantra?
My favorite mantra is Om. And Om, so a mantra has a vibrational quality. So Om is all of the universal vibrations in that one word. And I just think it's just so powerful, and it just unites you with the entire world, so entire universe. So it's an awesome feeling. I love it.
I was wondering if you would say that, because as a yoga practitioner off and on most of my life, I'm very familiar with Om, and I've heard it described as the sound the universe makes. And that's why people use the ringing bowls and bells a lot, because you get that vibration that's kind of similar, saying and you got to kind of hold it a little bit sometimes, but that's really, so what would be a good mantra? Now I know we both like Om, but maybe like you're at work, you're having a stressful day at work, so you have 6 Zoom meetings in one day, 2 deadlines, and you have to go to a networking event online as well. Like, it's kind of like my day yesterday. I was like all day. By the end of the day, I'm like, oh my gosh, my brain feels frozen. So like, what would be a good mantra for dogs not barking? So now that the dogs have quieted, perhaps they are also meditating, I'm hoping. But so you're at work, you have that stressful day, meeting after meeting, deadlines, networking events, because you feel like I have to stay connected. I'm going to miss something if I'm not connecting to people. So what might be like a phrase the professional could use other than like maybe this too will pass kind of thing?
Hmm. Okay, so a mantra that I like to use because it's connected to the breath is so hum. So on the inhale, you would think the word so, and on the exhale, it's hum. So hum.
Hmm.
So, in breath, out breath, and just do it slowly, not as fast as I'm doing it now.
Hmm.
So you go so, inhale, hum, exhale. And yeah, I mean, I started to feel calm, just doing that.
Just watching you do it made me feel calm.
So yeah, just do that. Just close your eyes and say so hum, and it'll just make you feel so much better. And just and it's a good way to just kind of reground yourself and re-energize yourself too.
So, and I've heard with breathing techniques that maybe you should do a count. So what would you recommend as a count for the inhale and the exhale?
Okay, so for the inhale, I would do 3,
Mhm.
and then I would hold my breath for a count of 2, and then I would exhale on 5. And the reason why the exhale is slower is because your heart rate slows down, so you get calmer. On the exhale, your breath slows. I'm sorry. On the exhale, your heart rate slows down, and
Okay.
that's really what you want because you want to be in that state of rest. You want your body in a state of relaxation. So 3, 2, and 5
And
is
that is
perfect.
doable. I just want to say that to the audience. You might think you cannot breathe out for 5 seconds, but you actually can. It's not as long as it might sound. Because I know
Hmm.
some people say do, like if you're really advanced in some meditation techniques, some counts are 10. Like
Hmm.
but so if you're a beginner, it's okay. Just you can do
Hmm.
it. Even if you don't do the whole 5, do 3.
Yeah, right, exactly. I was gonna say, yeah, don't put that pressure on yourself. If all you could do is 3, that's fine. Just go with what your body needs.
Right, because
But 5 will really help you slow down.
I was going to say, because your goal is not to make people more stressed out by saying do 5. You're trying to get you
Yeah,
stressed out.
those exactly. Those are just guidelines. So you just have to listen to your body, because people want a place to start from. So that's a good place to start. But if you can't start there, then scale it back a little bit,
Mhm.
just whatever works for the individual.
Do you very much. Yeah, and it reminds me of one of my favorite yoga quotes by Suzanne Deason, who's a yoga teacher. And she said, one day you will do the pose perfectly, and the next day you will not.
Exactly. And same way with meditation. I mean, not that there's a perfect way to do it, but your experience will be different each time. Yeah. I mean,
So,
some days might be just a little more of a struggle, especially if it's a very stressful day, like you just described, all the things that you have going on during the day.
yes, and you start finding yourself just staring at things, not able to act. And then you just say,
Yeah, you get paralyzed. Yeah.
yeah, because it's like, what do I do next? Take a breath. And so, how many times a day would you recommend people meditate, or at least do breathing exercises?
Yeah, so I would just start with, if you're beginner, I would just do it once a day for maybe 5 minutes, and then build from that. And really the best time to meditate is in the morning because then you can set your mind and body up for the rest of the day.
Ooh.
Yeah, just kind of set the tone. And if you need to during the day, just, return to your breath for a couple of minutes and then go on with your day. You might need to do that several times a day, but it's amazing how resistant we are to doing that because it slows us down, and we don't want to slow down when we're in this amped up feeling. So just remember, slowing down will help you re-energize and be even more ready for the rest of the day.
That's an interesting comment you just made. We don't want to slow down. I think have you heard maybe your clients mention that, or just maybe your friends talking about that they don't want to slow down, or do you just feel that people feel that pressure not to slow down?
Yeah, because we've got this momentum going of go, 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 and you don't want to break that momentum, but sometimes it helps because that will just reset your mind and make you even more focused and clear minded for the task at hand or whatever you have for the rest of the day.
That's a good point, because I really loved your comment about the morning mindset. set your intention first thing in the morning for your day and learn to let go of what doesn't get done at the end of the day.
Yeah, because we were always beating ourselves up for what we didn't do, but think about all the things that you did do and you did accomplish. So, yeah.
If we approached our day that way, I think we'd all be a lot calmer. It's like,
wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. I mean, even sometimes I forget, to think positively about what I have accomplished instead of what I haven't.
yeah, well, because you're a go-getter and ambitious, hardworking person like myself, and I do the same thing. So I can relate. But I do think, well, that's why I have the 3 things rule. At the end of the day, I say, what are the 3 things that have to be done tomorrow? And if those 3 things are done the next day, then it's a success. And if only 1 or 2 of those 3 things gets done, that means the 3rd thing wasn't that important. And then anything after the 3 things is gravy. And I just am like, yay, I got more done than the 3 things. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good way to do it. So we have a few minutes left, Fern. What, in your opinion, is your recommendation for the best position to meditate in? And what I mean by that is, can you meditate when you're standing? Can you meditate when you're sitting? Or should you meditate when you're lying down?
Okay, so my suggestion is to meditate to whatever feels comfortable to you. But I wouldn't recommend meditating standing up, just because, you should be in a seated, comfortable position. But I mean, other than standing up, just whatever makes you comfortable. If you're having a back issue, you might want to lie down and put a bolster or pillow under your knees, to relieve some of the pressure on your back. But whatever is most comfortable, and people want to know what to do with their hands, you can place it on your lap, or if you're sitting in a chair with arms on it, you can place it on your on the arms of the chair, but whatever is most comfortable.
Oh, I
So
love that.
meditation should be easy and effortless. So you want to be comfortable with when you first start.
And is there a favorite book you have, or a book you like to recommend about meditation?
Well, there's Deepak Chopra's, he has a new one. There's another one that I like, but his new one is called Total Meditation.
Ooh.
And it is the easiest book that he has ever written for new meditators. So he gives you guidelines, he gives you some mantras to use, to start off with. And he gives you guidelines on how to approach meditation. So it's a really good book. It's Total Meditation.
Oh, that sounds like a great book. And if it's new, I say if you're a new meditator or want to learn more about it, sounds like a good book to check out. So,
yeah.
Well, Fern, we're at near the end of the episode at this point. So, what is the one thing you would like our audience to take away from today's conversation, and how can they get in touch with you if they'd like to learn more about your coaching?
Yeah, so with meditation, just remember it's easy and effortless. Be comfortable, release any expectations you might have about it, and just enjoy the benefits. And you can reach me at lovenurturebloom.com, and also on Instagram at lovenurturebloom.com. And I hope I do hear from you.
And thank you, Fern, and always wonderful to have you as a guest. And check out Love, Nurture, Bloom on Instagram. It's a great feed. I see it pretty much every day. So to our audience, I'm afraid we have to go rogue for now, but we'll be back next week with another episode. And in the meantime, just breathe. It's okay. The day will be all right. If you'd like to check out Rogue Tulips, you can visit us online at our website, roguetulips.com. We also encourage you to check out the 501c League, which is a virtual organization for everyone in the nonprofit community and the people who love them. The League's a leader in CAE development and ethics training for the nonprofit community. You can check out the League at the501cleague.net. So on behalf of myself and Fern and Agnes, have a great week ahead, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Thank you, Cecilia.
Thank you, Fern.